What's up, YouTube? Check it out without a doubt, man. Sometimes it is kind of fun doing this, man. One of the things that tripped me out is when I'm sitting here analyzing this stuff and everything, and what some people say, when you have a platform and you start getting big, you have an obligation. This is what he's saying. You have an obligation to don't steer the people the wrong way. And people just out there trying to hurry up and say whatever they got to say to get views or subscribers and all this stuff, and trying to find a quick route and not put in the work. Like Tisa tells. Uncle Mike took I didn't take a shortcut because I know sound and recording and stuff, but I had to study, and I bought a YouTube course. I bought a couple of YouTube courses, bought all these cameras that I ain't need. I'm jealous of that little girl. She doing straight from her cell phone. I'm like, damn, I bought all this equipment, but hey, it's there. But check this out. Gina, Ike and Tina. Gina, I got it together now, y'all. I apologize. I thought the what's her name? Oh my God. What's the girl name? That's not it. Mia. Push him up. Mia. I thought her name was Mia. And Mia is a made up name, by the way. I found out people telling me all kinds of stuff in the comments. Thank y'all, appreciate it. But check it out, man. But Gina writes a second letter to the judge, Arun, and it's worse than before. Says feds tricked her about Diddy. Oh my God, girl, you sit down. Poor thing. She know good and well she in some trouble with Diddy's team or whatever. The team, we all gotta stick together. We gotta help. Poor Mark. I feel so sorry for Mark. Hey, let's see what the second letter. I don't have that paperwork yet. So my team, y'all, good job though. Anyway, they sent me the paperwork and stuff. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Gina, hun, you not done standing 10 toes down for your man. Unfortunately, baby, it's a little too much, too late. I know you guys have probably heard. That's why you're listening to this video. Gina Han wrote a second letter to Judge Arun, and baby, this one takes the cake. Baby, Gina is the epitome of a ride or die. Maybe she ain't scared even of doing a bid for Diddy. You know, she is accusing the U.S. Attorney's Office of trying to force her and trick her into saying that she was a sex trafficking victim, and to force her to say that all this stuff happened. Baby, these sound like, I don't know how the Southern District of New York is going to handle it, but I'm sure, isn't it illegal to accuse the government of basically trying to lie about a trial? Y'all, let's get into this, because let me just say this. First of all, ain't nobody coming to hear you sing Otis. First of all, let's start with my opinion on Gina's whole statement. See, here's the thing, Gina. This isn't a dim-witted jury that you are dealing with. You are dealing with Judge Arun. Okay? So here's the thing. They're still trying to play this out in the social media. This don't got anything to do with social media anymore. This doesn't even have to do with convincing the jury. There is one man who was in that courtroom, unlike you, Gina, because as much as you say, oh my God, I would never shot. I noticed your ass didn't get up on the stand. I noticed that Sean Diddy Combs' team didn't call you up to testify. I noticed that everybody knew they should keep you at home until there was no way that what you're saying could be fact-checked or verified. I noticed that much, and it hasn't escaped my attention. But second of all, let's talk about the obvious point that's going on. There's also an issue with the fact of, Gina, do you not realize the game has changed? I know you are still trying to be on Who Wants to Be Sean Diddy Combs' loved one, but the game has changed. This is no longer about whether you were sex trafficking. This is no longer about whether he is a part of a RICO. This is not about Is this man abusive? Does he have an abusive history? If we were to let him out again, what are the odds that he will brutally abuse another woman? Because let me tell you something. Gina, you already testified to that. Not in a court of law, but definitely on Tasha K. And those are the aggregating factors that Judge Arun is actually looking at when he decides whether he should be on the streets or not. I know a lot of people don't understand aggregating factors. The ones that are supporting Diddy. It's not anymore what you did, it's how you did it. It's not hiring a prostitute, it's how you did it. It's not having girlfriends in a modern love story, it's how that modern love story played out. Because Judge Arun and the Southern District of New York, their only goal is to protect the public. Who cares if you were diggity down for it? He didn't even want you as his bona fide. You were never his woman. We can't, listen, even if you say, I'll be your punching bag, sir, he don't even want you as, you're not even his preferred punching bag. You know what I'm saying? So we need to protect Diddy against the women and men.
God, man, you're not even a preferred punching bag, man. That's a low blow right there. You there. She just here. I don't even want to punch on her. The one I love the most, I want to punch on her every other day. You're not even the preferred punching bag. Do y'all hear this?
Your punching bag, sir. He don't even want you as, you're not even his preferred punching bag. You know what I'm saying? So we need to protect Diddy against the women and men he really wants. Meanwhile, Gina trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho. Anyway.
What?
That's my opinion. Let's get to Gina's letter. Hey guys, really quick, if you haven't been following the David and Celeste Rivers case, you need to follow it. If you have, I have a treat. I have Lauren Conlon joining me on my channel today, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She has been one of the preliminary experts on the David case. She has tracked down so many leads. She has busted up false narratives and given us information we didn't know. Join me live. We'll be taking questions. It's going to be lit. And we are going to figure out what exactly happened to Celeste. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Well, no, let's get back to Gina and her dizzy self. Let's go. Because this one actually takes the cake. Gina's done a lot of things, but this one truly takes the cake. Let's get into this. Are y'all ready to laugh? Put your hands together for the Gina Hun Insane Comedy Show. Yay! I'll say one thing. Diddy had a type, and that type is working out for him. Listen, he was an expert brainwasher and manipulator, in my opinion. I know you could say, oh, he's a good man. How? I'm still waiting for anyone that did not have a financial link to him to come out and said that he did anything good for anybody's life outside of that. I still haven't seen any of it, but I talked about it in my live last night. In the meantime, let's get into this. Dear Judge Submarinian, she probably did it because she was like, Miami made a fool of herself. Baby, it's my time to shine. She said, I know you were sentencing Sean Combs on Friday, and I've been thinking a lot about it. I saw in the press letters were submitted by many concerning the sentencing. No one asked me or told me to write this letter, but I felt my voice had to be heard as I was identified as victim number 3 in this case. And I understand charges that were brought concerning me, including accusations of sex trafficking and prostitution. First of all, Gina, listen, well, I already said what needed to be said. But second of all, nobody asked you to write this letter. Yo, she's still fighting for that position. Good luck. I cooperated fully with prosecutors. I met with them 3 times, answered their questions, and gave them all the information and evidence I had, including pictures, videos, and text messages from my phone. During those meetings, I felt pressured to feel like a victim. Did you say, or do you now feel pressured? Shut up, Gina. I told them I was not, but they insisted that I was, even when I expressed my truth otherwise. I understand they concluded that I had been a sex trafficker involved in forced prostituting. I did not agree with that conclusion. I was not trafficked. I did not engage in prostituting with him or others. I don't think that you were a prostitute, or if you were, you weren't charging much, because we saw those dirty carpets while you were dancing, doing a Britney Spears jig in the camera, trying to prove to Diddy that you were somebody's child worthy of respect. That would have been my testimony if I was called to the stand. I was subpoenaed and fully prepared to testify and answer all questions truthfully, but I was informed by my lawyer that I would not be called to take the stand. Again, Diddy's team is the one. Since you were such this bastion of truth and you could have saved him, and you writing all these letters, I really honestly wanted to know, why didn't Diddy's team call you to the stand? See, everybody's looking at the prosecutors. I already see why the prosecutors didn't call you to the stand. No sense. God gave you, you don't have. Put that sentence together any which way you like. However, why didn't Diddy call you? Why didn't Diddy call you? Why? Because I believe they didn't want you cross-examined. I want to emphasize that I understand the seriousness of this case and the pain others may feel. Gina, Judge Arun is sentencing him on aggravating factors, and that's him being violent. Judge Arun actually I believe he name-checked you, or at least victim number 3, saying that even if now she's saying she's not a victim, you did a whole interview where you told of the violence. The fact that Diddy's team, I think they know this, but they're trying to trick the public, even though this isn't the jury anymore. How are you going to taint Judge Arun? Baby, he is a man of the law and he has integrity. Now listen, I hope Judge Arun gives him a long sentence. Everything about this case has surprised me, so I don't even want to speak on how long, but you already know I'm praying for the maximum allowable by the law. You know, nobody says that man has to die in prison. Nobody is saying that, but he needs to be 100% accountable for his crimes. His victims need to be made to feel safe, and there needs to be a buffer for him truly to have any sort of regret. Anyway, get this. Again, this isn't about Diddy anymore. This is about what? This isn't about Diddy anymore. This is about the violence and who this man is to his core. I cannot speak for anyone but myself. In terms of sentencing, I kindly ask that you consider releasing him back to his family. I understand throughout the process he has been cooperative and respectful, including turning himself in. Throughout this was he respectful? What was he going to do? There was like 20 agents that descended on him like locusts. How was he? What? You want points now that you saw the police, you saw the feds, and you went in? You didn't even know you were going to be arrested. Anyway, throughout this process, he has never wanted to reach out to me or make me feel uncomfortable in any way. I believe he will continue. He hasn't reached out, but has his lawyers. Because how did these letters get in? Anyway. I believe he'll continue to be compliant with the court's conditions upon release. I understand that accountability is important, and I'm not writing this to dismiss the gravity of the charges, nor to criticize anyone. I write to express my perspective as a so-called victim. I write to express how I felt during the investigation and trial, and how I feel now waiting to hear the sentence. I felt compelled to share my own perspective honestly. I respectfully ask that you take my words into consideration when making your decision. Thank you for your time and allowing to be heard. All right, folks, so there you have it. Gina, a woman that says that she don't mind babies being kicked out. She don't mind being stomped. She don't mind, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the Tasha K interview. She don't mind anything she said that happened to her in the Tasha K interview, and she still thinks that the person that did that to her is a good man. And let me just say, that is Gina's right to feel that way. It's her right.
Amen.
But are you going to let this woman's level of self-respect, level of what she'll take, and level of what she looks at as a loving friendship, relationship, whatever she says they have, are you going to let the standards that Gina allows in her personal relationships, from physical treatment, mental treatment, the way Diddy let Young Miami humiliate her and threaten her with grape and all this stuff, are you going to let that woman set the standard for what you want for you, for your daughters, for your sons, for your child? I mean, the choice is clear. Gina showed us what she thinks a modern love story looks like. Now that she has, should her opinion matter? I think it doesn't. I think it won't matter to the judge. Again, you don't know what a good You don't know what a modern love story is. You don't know what a good man is. And Gina might be looking at me thinking, I don't know anything, because those are the choices she makes, and this is the reality she lives in. Unfortunately for Gina and for Diddy, I don't think these realities are going to in any way help or play out the way they think it will. But we will see. Anyway, you guys, don't forget, trial is Friday, October 3rd. I'll see y'all there.
Ha ha ha. She is going. Yeah, I don't need to go there. I don't need to go because she is going to be there. And I think the other guy should go look and see if his channel's still going. Somebody said the guy was in jail or something, or was doing some court issues or whatever. I can't. I'm allergic to jail, y'all. I can't do. I'd rather just go upstairs and go and get in my bed, man, especially at my age, man. Dude, I'd be like, you know what? See y'all, bye. I'm going to bed. Check this out, man. Y'all want to do one more real quick? Like y'all can hear me. This is the dude right here. Oh my God. We're gonna stay on the positive side. We got to, man, because tomorrow's the big day. We'll get 8 months. Diddy trial, Puffy will get 18 months, 1 year probation, and $10,000 fine. Judge, oh my God. Let's see. Gina had victim 3, defended Diddy. Is this who I think it is? Let's see who this is.
Dear Judge Subramani.
Oh, no, my bad. That's my bad, y'all. We're gonna cut this bad boy. He got 32 minutes on here. Nah. Let's try this again.
Hey,
Let's try this again. I had one more that I was looking at, but apparently I was looking in the wrong place, man. I'm gonna cut it, man. I gotta go upstairs and take me a break anyway. I've been running through too much stuff. Yeah. What is this? Brian Chronicle got.
Hey everyone, I'm here with a quick video on this Diddy sentencing, which is happening tomorrow. Listen, this sentencing is going to be, what a show in that courtroom. Why? Because rightfully so, you hire a lawyer to fight for your life, okay? Diddy's lawyers, the defense team, they coming out strong. And the prosecutors, because they pissed that they pretty much, you know what? I'm going to say they took an L when it came to the trial because they did not get him convicted on the more serious charges. So they kind of took an L. So now they're pissed and they want these 2 Mann Act charges for him to do the most time, which is insane. When, like I said before, there are people that take someone's life and don't even face that much time sometimes. But Gina, who the prosecutors listed as victim number 3, she's coming out saying that 1, they forced me to be victim number 3, and I was not in agreement with it. Let me share a screen because we got to get more into this story. It's very interesting. So Diddy is getting even more support from the woman who was supposed to testify against him at his federal criminal trial ahead of his sentencing tomorrow for his Mann Act convictions. Virginia, better known as Gina, during Diddy's trial, wrote a letter to the judge on behalf of Diddy, blasting prosecutors for pressuring her into becoming victim 3 in the indictment.
My bad, but she said it. She said it in an interview a long time ago that Diddy had abused her and everything and hurt her feelings.
As you know, Diddy was found guilty in July on 2 counts of the Mann Act, illegally transporting individuals across state lines for the purpose of the P word. Mm-hmm. In her letter, Gina says she fully cooperated with prosecutors, sitting down with them 3 times and answering all of their questions. She says she turned over every stitch of evidence, notably photos, videos, and text messages. Boy, ain't that something? Ain't that something? Let's continue. Gina says she felt pressured by prosecutors to play the role of a victim, even when she told them she was not a Diddy victim. But Gina says the prosecutors kept insisting she was, saying she has been trafficked and forced into P by the music mogul. Yet in the letter, Gina stands firm in her belief. She was never trafficked, nor did she ever engage in P with Diddy or anyone else. And Gina says she would have testified to her truth if she had been called to the witness stands. You may recall Gina was going to testify for the prosecution, but prosecutors told the court before the trial started they lost touch with Gina and her attorney. She later penned a letter under her real name asking the judge to release Diddy on bail. Diddy's sentencing is scheduled for 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow the 3rd. Now let me back this up.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know it's supposed to start at 10 o'clock. So now, see how you get information little by little?
Okay, because so many people, they love to get crazy in my comments when I do these videos regarding this case. One person said, "Oh, what are you trying to do? Get Diddy to recognize you?" And I said, people have got to be the most foolish and ridiculous that I ever seen. First of all, when I do my channel and when I do my trending topics and when I do these short stories, it's exactly that. It's a topic that is out there. And that's why 99.9% of the time I have an article. And then the reason why I show you the article first and then I talk is for the simple fact that you know that I'm not making this up. I didn't pull this out the bag. I'm not trying to do clickbait. I'm not trying to just make up a story so I could get clicks and views. And first of all, that person that wrote that comment to me the other day, if I really wanted money, clicks and views, it wouldn't be me trying to get the attention of any celebrity. I would just simply have to go with the flow in the way what everybody is in more agreement with, and then do a nice clickbait title, and then boom, I would take off and I would have a ton of views. And that's not whatever happens here on my channel. They have their opinion. I have. Formula is you do a clickbait title, okay?
We're not here for clickbait.
That this Diddy trial was a circus, and I gave y'all the reasons why. And now, whether or not we want to say Gina is a victim or not, the point is Gina is saying she's not a victim, right?
That is the point.
Words in her own mouth.
She's saying
that she is not a victim.
Okay.
So with that being said, the prosecutors, in my mind, if we want to roll with what Gina is saying, they lied once again. They told us, because they listed her as victim number 3, knowing that out of her own mouth, this girl said from the beginning that she was nobody's victim. And they left her in the indictment as victim number 3. And they told the judge that she was lost. We couldn't find her. We lost touch with her. We lost touch with her lawyer. When she said they spoke to her 3 times, and each and every time she told them, I'm nobody's victim. Nobody trafficked me. Nobody forced me into pee. And she said, I gave them all kinds of photos, videos, and whatever. The prosecution knew from the door that they had no case against Diddy. And they made people testify and lie. And Gina is saying, no, it wasn't me. And now Gina is writing a letter. This is somebody who is supposed to be victim number 3 saying, listen, set Diddy free. This case has been an absolute hot stinking mess. I believe what Gina is saying, because there was other people that got on that stand and pretty much said they were forced to come here and speak. Kid Cudi said it. He got the subpoena. He said he never wanted to come and testify, but he said he got the subpoena more than once. Listen, I know a lot of people, they're pissed. They're like, Diddy's a devil. I can't stand him. I hate him. He did this. He did that. He did whatever. But when you go to court and you're found guilty of something, the judge is tasked with giving you a sentence based upon what you were guilty for, not based upon people's feelings because you did this, that in the past, and because we know this and we know that. Now, because you was found guilty of this, we should throw the book at you based upon all this other stuff. You got the prosecutor's victim number 3 saying, I was never a victim. They never wanted me on that stand. And this man should not be doing all this time. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.
Man, okay. She didn't say much. I thought she was going to say a little something, but that's 2. How about that? I wonder what my man is saying real quick.
hey, what you doing?
Why you so far? Why you so far away from your camera and stuff while it's running? I would have done the same thing. Go on, girl. Go on, girl.
Hey, what you doing? What's wrong with you?
I just want to be on it.
Oh my God.
What's up, y'all? Share this video.
Oh my God. What is he gonna talk about? You know, he be doing live, so they out there, man. They out there. The mob, baby. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh man, this is
2014. So my anniversary date is goddamn.
I can't do it, man. I'm not even gonna do it to y'all. If I can't do it, then I can't do it to y'all. So I'm gonna save y'all. Look here. Y'all go watch a different video. Go down, scroll down or whatever. I should be like this.
I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell. Tunnels under his house and he can't make bail.
Man, God. I'm gonna get on up out of here. This girl done wrote 2 letters to the judge. People writing letters to the judge. I don't know, man. I was never a judge. I used to work for a law firm, and I sat in court and looked and was watching what's going on just to take notes and stuff like that. But I mean, the judge, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm thinking that you can't tell me that if I was a judge, what would if people giving me these letters, I would have to weigh them out a little bit and say, look, I'm on the right track. These letters can't make me say, oh yeah, well shoot, we better add 2 more years on. I think he has already made up his mind before he even got the letters. How about that? You know, so he wrote some letters back to some people, whatever the case may be. But we'll see, man. Mañana. That means tomorrow. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.